Hello, my little cucumbers, and welcome back to the Coop'd Up podcast. How are we doing? I am so happy, so excited to be back in this chair, ready to talk and yap and talk. It has been a busy week. I feel like I have been booked and busy between working and doing side hustles and side gigs. I have just been all over the place. Oh my goodness. Am like, I need a second. But, you know, we just finished Thanksgiving. Christmas is around the corner. I will be spending Christmas in Florida this year. Did I spend Christmas last year in Florida? I don't remember. But I will be in Florida in a couple of weeks. So I'm excited for that. A little much needed vacay in Florida. It's so funny. I used to be like, I live where you vacation, and now I am vacationing where I used to live. So we are gonna start with a what are you wearing? I am wearing a long sleeve white shirt from ASOS. This is the Thanksgiving shirt that you guys love. I'm wearing black wide leg jeans with my Uggs and just an LA hat and my typical glasses. I love this LA hat. I want to get it in camo. I used to have this in navy blue, but I lost it at this party. Don't ask me how, because I don't know how I lost it myself, but I used to have this in navy blue and I lost it. And then I got this in green. I don't know if I want to get it in the baseball cap style or like what is it? Basketball is the other one, I guess. I don't know. The one that's like more wider that looks masculine, masc AF, which is actually kind of ironic because that is what we're going to be talking about today. Oh my God, you guys. So this is what I'm talking about when I say like what I talk about is my real life, and then it's like I have to deal with the consequences of the things that I do. And so hot neighbor, he follows me on Instagram. We follow each other. And it just so happens that he saw a story about when I used him in the promo and I was talking about him. And he messaged me. He's like, oh my God, I love this. I have a storyline in your podcast. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yes and no. I'm like, this is kind of, I'm like, it is losing like I guess like the appeal to it, which is kind of like weird in a sense because I mean, like, we had an interesting conversation and I didn't even go in depth about the conversation that we had on here because I'm a respectful person. But like I just is so funny to me because I feel like this is where I feel like a lot of gay guys fall into this trap where they have a crush on a guy. They can't tell if he's gay or if he's straight, and then he's, trying to figure it out. And I find, from my personal experience, because I have a lot of that, I find a lot of the times that, straight men, they do like compliments from gay men, but only when it goes to like a certain level, which is funny. I mean, the ones who are comfortable with themselves, right? The men who are comfortable with their sexuality, they can embrace it, I guess. But it gets to a point where sometimes it almost feels like it is like, are we playing a game? Because some people, I mean, I know from my past experience, a lot of straight guys that I might have hooked up with, they were the ones who were approaching me in the situation. And so it's very confusing and it throws you through a loophole and you're trying to like figure it out. And so it's like the next interaction that you have with a straight man that you might have a crush on or what have you, and they're acting sus, or the interactions that you may have or the conversations that you have are sus. It starts to get a little confusing, but also at the same time, sometimes they're just straight up about it. You have to take what they're saying at face value. But regardless of that, him just knowing about it, which is funny to me because I'm like, oh my God, like he knows that I think he's hot. But also at the same time, I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, okay, so now what happens? Needs to be more to the plot, to the story. And I'm like, are you going to help me in the plot, in the story. And it's funny because he's like, you can tell them my name. And I was like, I'm not telling them your name. You're already getting enough free promo from me, Mr. Hot Neighbor. You're not getting a shout out. But yeah, no. And I find it funny because even then, like, for example, oh my God, so I was at work, my serving job, okay? And I am friends with, I would say, a majority of the people at my job. Some of them tend to, I would say, annoy me more than others. I feel like annoy would be a good description word. Some of them annoy me more than others, but I feel like I get along with everybody at work, right? I get along with the straight men, whether they're the chefs or the servers or the dishwashers or the line prep. I get along with the girls, the straight girls, there's a couple lesbians. Like, I get along with everybody at work, okay? Except one guy. He annoys everybody, but we're not going to talk about him. I can't even. He'll be like a whole 20 minutes of me talking if I go into talking about him, which maybe I'll save for the next episode because actually something special is going to be happening that I can talk about, but it has to happen first. So maybe it will be he will get his time to shine. But regardless, so the other day, right, I was at work and I was talking to these two guys. We're going to call them Markel and Dylan. No, he doesn't look like a Dylan. I feel like he would be like a Freddie. Okay, so I was talking to Markel and Freddie, okay? And so we're sitting there, all three of us are talking, but I kept looking at Markel, right? Markel and I are cool, and I prefer, like, I can have a conversation with Markel before I have a conversation with Freddie. And so I just kept looking at Markel, I don't know why. And he's like, why do you keep looking at me? And I was like, because I think you're cute. And he was like, what? And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, don't take it literal. I was like, I don't even think you're cute. Like, I was like, you got offended because I said that because I'm gay. But I was like, if the other guys said it, like, you guys all joke gay shit all the time and you don't take offense to it, but it's because they're straight. And I'm like, you guys are all lame. And so even the other day, one of them, oh, he's so funny. We're going to call him Anthony. He just asked this girl out at work and they're going on a date or whatever. And it's funny. And he's like all giddy. And he was acting so gay. And so I kept calling him F slurs. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't be saying that. But I was just like, you're acting like an F slur. And I felt like I can say that because, like, it's like you guys run around here and you act all this type of way and I never say anything. I honestly don't really care, but it's like they all run around and they act very non-masculine straight men like they are. They like will call each other their boyfriends and all these things, and not Markel, but like Freddie and Anthony do it all the time, and it's just like everyone will like prance around and I'm like, I'm acting more masculine than you guys, and that doesn't make sense to me. And so it's like sometimes I'm literally like, oh my God. I'm like, what the like, how is it? I don't know. That's why I'm like, straight men are so confusing half the time. Half the time you have the ones who are running around acting like idiots, who are low-key very homophobic. And then you have the other ones who are fucking like Curious George over here, but are too fucking scared to admit it or pursue anything or do anything. And then the other ones are just, there. They're just chilling, living La Vida Loca, and they're accepted with everybody, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm just like, you guys suck. Sometimes this is what I'm saying when I said that they annoy me. But it is what it is. Oh, you guys know how my birthday just passed, right? And I just got one of my birthday presents. Okay? And my sister gave me, I was so happy. She gave me a salad bowl set, okay? And it has the tools, I don't know, the spoons and the bowl. It's a huge bowl. I'm so excited. And I posted that, okay? And this is what I'm talking about when I say the straight men who are comfortable with themselves. Bitch. Okay, so the comments that you guys were sending me, it's so funny because people will always send me DMs, but they will never comment on anything I post. My stories, people DM me all the time based off of things that I post on my stories. And I'm like, where is this engagement when I'm posting things? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, so one of my other neighbors who I'm friends with, he is so fucking funny. We'll call him Daniel, okay? Daniel, I posted a picture of my salad bowl and I said, what caption did I put? I said, who's trying to get their salad tossed? Who wants their salad tossed? And he swiped up and said, I thought you were the one who likes to get their salad tossed. And I was like, excuse me? Did this straight man just call me a bottom? There's nothing wrong with, whatever sexual preference that you like. But I'm just saying, I'm like, the audacity of the straight men. It's so funny because honestly, some of them, the ones who are comfortable, they're so brought up to speed. I don't know how. Maybe because he works within fashion, but like they do say every person in LA is a little bit gay. So hey, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know that I am still out here looking for my husband. I was thinking about going on one of these speed dating things, like for real, for real. I've been looking at it and I was just like, what would I be looking for? Like, what is it that I'm looking for? I would have to actually sit down and make a list and just be like, this is what I'm looking for in a person before I go even remotely close to being on a date, right? Like, that would be the smart thing to do. So I'm thinking that I really am going to get on top of this and start making a list. And I'm going to go to the next, I don't think I'm going to go to any in December. Maybe in January because I won't be here in December. I don't know. I would have to look, but I'm probably not going to do it in December. I'll probably do it in the new year, which I'll have to figure out. I need to figure out plans for New Year's because I don't have any plans. And I feel like those come by so fast, especially since I'm going to be in Florida. I'm going to come back and be like, oh my God, what's the plans for New Year's? So we're going to have to figure that one out as well. We're going to have to get into some planning and I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that with my busy schedule. But maybe I'll do it in Florida I can't do it in Florida. Florida is supposed to be relaxing. My goodness. Silly me. But you guys know the drill, okay? You can subscribe, comment, share, follow, repost, retweet, whatever you need to do to keep up with me and to have your friends and your family and whoever you want to watch me talk about whatever I want. It's that simple. So I love you guys. Oh, so very much. Thank you guys, and I will see you next week for next week's episode. I'm hoping that I have something a little bit more funky. Hot Neighbor will be in Thailand, so we'll have to figure out who. Oh, I know who we're talking about. Yeah, stay tuned for next week's episode because tea.